Exciting times are upon us, for we find ourselves here on a Foosday. Happy Foosday, everyone, and for your learning enthrallment, today I have selected DOA, but before we GG, I'd like to take a QM to TAFP for signing up for the Patreon SOTCC. You've heard me say it enough. You know exactly what I just said. Big thank you to TS Toxic, John L. Price, Steve, Jacob Peters, and Foxy. If you would like to know what that's all about, the link is in the description. All right, check this out. Take a finger, any finger, so long as it's your finger. I like my middle finger on the E string 5th fret, and then I like my ring finger on the G string 5th fret. When we do this, all we really want to hear are those two strings. The D string's okay, and it's hard to mute, but I'm definitely muting the A string, the B string, and the E string, so that when I strum away, I'm really only hearing the E string and the G string. And then all you do is take your whatever finger you chose for the E string and move it to the A string. And that's your verse. So what are these mysterious chords? Ooh, I'm so glad you asked. When you think about playing A minor like this, you know, 5, 7, 7, you notice that you have E5 and G5. So this thing is like a really trimmed down version of A minor. When we move the finger to the A string now, this is a different shape, or pieces of a different shape entirely. Think about a C7 chord. In a C7 chord, you've got 3-3 on A and G, and if we move this shape up 2 frets, it's no longer C7, but it's D7. So this guy is those two tiny pieces out of a D7 chord, and if you make them the whole chords, you notice that it totally fits. So those are the chords that Dave is playing in very trimmed out, you know, 2-note style. I think that's cool. The pre-chorus prescribes some particular plucking. Grab an F power chord. I would recommend 2 fingers, not 3, because the next chord is definitely 2 fingers. And you're going to strum it twice. I would recommend down, because next we're looking for the open G string plucked twice, and for whatever reason, plucking up helps me find that G string that I don't have a finger on, so I don't feel like I know where it is proprioception-wise. So 2 strums down on the F, and then 2 plucks up on the open G. Followed by this mysterious chord. This is the song of mysterious 2-note chords. It's going to be E2 and A5. Same deal with the open G string. And that's your pre-chorus. F. And then whatever chord that is. It's an upside down D chord. It's just D. So we've got an F sharp note on the E string 2nd fret and a D note on the A string 5th fret. And if you look at a D chord, you got a D note right there and an F sharp note right there. So this is just a D chord where the F sharp is lower than the D, which is unusual and very cool. That brings us to the chorus. We're going to switch to a 2-note A power chord. So just the open A string and the D string 2nd fret, and the D string is going to move up to the 4th fret in moseying cowboy soundtrack fashion, except all strummed out. Then we're going to D suspended 2, which is D with an open baby E string. And then it's B minor 9, which is actually very easy to do. Just A2, G2, B2. That's your chorus. To D sus and B minor 9. G sus, B minor 9. At the end of the first chorus, you just kind of land on a big A chord before you go into the next verse. Halfway through the 2nd verse, we hear what I'm calling the verse augmentation. And I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. You decide which one works better for you. It could be this, our A minor chord from the top, but the G string is going up to 7, so I'm doing now pointer, middle, so I can reach my pinky. to D, and the pointer finger is going to come off the G string. Another way to do this thing, it's a little more full. I kind of like it better. I don't know which one's right. It's A minor, and the B string is going up to the 3rd fret. So you can pick either way of doing that you like. And we have the breakdown lastly to deal with. It's a good one. Start with your pointer finger on A5. I'm going to strum the open E string and the A string, and I'm going to hammer the A string from 5 to 7. Kind of like Black Sabbath style, right? So, and then the A string is going to go 7, 5, 7, 5, before, with the E string just kind of jangling out that whole time, before we land on the E string 7th fret. 7, 5, 7, 5, E7, and then we're going to shift down to the 5th fret with our ring finger and go 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3 before it repeats. Over and over again for your breakdown. And those are all the pieces, so go use your earballs and figure out which one goes where, when, or if you think a playthrough would help your learning process, that's one of the things all the Patreon folks get. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with much more stuff. Goodbye.